Welcome to this fourth video of our 10-part series all about metacognitive therapy. Today's the last video that falls into the awareness aspect of MCT. If you've not already watched the previous videos, I recommend you go back and do that to get a full understanding of the thought processes behind MCT. So in today's video, we're going to look at Cognitive Attentional Syndrome, or CAS for short, which is another crucial element to understanding metacognitive therapy. CAS refers to the cognitive and behavioral strategies we use to manage and respond to negative thoughts or feelings. According to metacognitive therapy, CAS plays a crucial role in the development and the maintenance of psychological disorders. The core idea is that people with anxiety and depression engage in CAS to try to manage their negative thoughts and feelings. But unfortunately, the strategies we see as part of CAS often backfire and contribute to the maintenance or even worsening of these conditions. So there are three main components that we typically see as part of CAS. The first one is persistent worrying or rumination. Now, worry and rumination are very similar in their nature. The difference is that worry refers to events that haven't happened yet, things that are going to happen in the future, whereas rumination is repetitive thinking about past events. Rumination often focuses on previous situations where we feel like we've made a mistake or something negative happened. So we might keep replaying the situation over and over again in our heads, maybe thinking what we could have done differently. Both worrying and ruminating are unproductive processes that often increase the stress rather than resolving it. The second common CAS strategy is threat monitoring. In threat monitoring, we're on constant lookout for potential threats. Now, these threats can either be external, so situations or events that happen around us that we find threatening, or they can be internal, like looking out for symptoms or negative thoughts. Now, threat monitoring can lead to a bias where we interpret situations as more threatening or potentially dangerous than they actually might be. The third common component covers a whole range of different unhelpful strategies. These are all strategies that we use to try to control our thoughts. This could be strategies like avoidance, suppression, seeking reassurance, or even substance abuse. Common for all these different strategies is that they're intended to reduce distress in the short term. While it might feel like these strategies provide a temporary relief, they ultimately sustain or worsen our psychological symptoms over time. That's because CAS isn't just a set of behaviors or strategies. It's a cycle. It all starts with the trigger thoughts, which we discussed in the second video of the series. These thoughts are then amplified by our metacognitive beliefs, which we discussed in the third video of the series. And that's what's finally leading us to the CAS pattern. This cycle can create a persistent state of mental unrest, where you're constantly battling your thoughts and perceptions, leading to emotional distress and potentially contributing to mental health issues like anxiety and depression. Now, both the positive and the negative metacognitive beliefs that we discussed in the last video can contribute to CAS. If we have a positive metacognitive belief, then we're likely to engage in CAS strategies because we believe them to be useful to us. Like we said last time, this can be thoughts like, worrying helps me prepare for the worst. If we have a negative metacognitive belief, we might be more likely to engage in threat monitoring. We might be on constant lookout for those thoughts that we believe to be uncontrollable or harmful to us. This might lead us into a cycle where worry and rumination and threat monitoring becomes our habitual response to stress, essentially trapping us in a loop of distress. Now, we also have the problem that an ongoing engagement in CAS fueled by metacognitive beliefs leads to more frequent and intense trigger thoughts, which only reinforces the cycle. So managing CAS effectively is a game changer. It not only alleviates the symptoms of anxiety and depression, but it also allows us to approach life's challenges in a more adaptive and healthy way. A key treatment goal is to disrupt this CAS cycle. Some of the ways we can do this are by enhancing metacognitive awareness. So this basically means helping people to recognize when they engage in these CAS strategies, like worrying, ruminating, or threat monitoring. We also focus on developing alternative strategies. So this can be teaching techniques like detached mindfulness to change the relationship with thoughts and shifting away from unhelpful coping strategies. Another way is to work on modifying metacognitive beliefs. Now, we know that our underlying metacognitive beliefs are what really fuel CAS. So by challenging and changing these beliefs, we can reduce the reliance that we have on these CAS strategies. So in the next 3 videos, we're going to cover 3 different strategies or techniques that are commonly used in MCT. Starting off next week with one of the most commonly used techniques, detached mindfulness. Make sure you're subscribed and you have your notifications turned on to not miss it. I upload new psychological insights, tips and tools on this channel every week. I'd love to hear if there's a psychological topic you'd like me to cover in a later video. Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching this one. Take care and bye for now.